Masturbation.
Why are you watching?
What the fuck is that? Dude, we can't afford a John Williams fanfare. That shit's expensive.
Ah, fuck it. Just start the show.
I talk too much. One
Suck, come on, suck. Pete.
My,
suck hard. I love that. Ooh, he's got a fire going.
There is I just saw it today. No, actually not today, but I just read the article today. There's a guy in Texas on death row who wants to be put down now. And his
Don't make me
lawyer
suffer.
put in an appeal to say, no, he can't, no.
Actually, he gets to be put to death.
Right, I saw that. At what point should we actually allow someone's lawyer to... Because through his trials, I read his shit, and all the experts and stuff said he was capable to stand trial, he didn't have a mental disorder, and yada, yada, yada. So why should we allow a lawyer to say...
mandatory appeals?
Even then, why are there mandatory
appeals?
Except for this guy, because they said, no, if you want to die, go ahead. They did. He's only been in there 6 years.
Capital crimes, there was mandatory appeals.
There are mandatory appeals, but in Texas, I would say they would put him down right away because
that doesn't sound right.
That was
that's
actually
Texas.
his lawyers.
Yeah, look that up.
Time for appeals,
His
but I don't
lawyer.
have
His
to.
lawyer
No, I
actually
think there's
went.
a certain number of appeals
You
they
could
have
be
to go
right.
through.
Let me look.
I believe there is, and his lawyer actually said this crime was not a capital crime. He did not intend to kill the police officer. He ran over.
It was an accident. Oh, he ran over.
Yeah, it was his SU. I don't know.
Did he do the
But
victory lap?
He might have spun a donut on him. But you know what I mean? At what
Thump,
point do we... If a guy
thump.
wants to die and you convicted him of it,
Thump, thump.
and he says, you know what, you're right.
Thump, thump.
I should... Now, mind you, the guy from the article I read figures if he's dead, his kids... Was it 6 kids for 5 different women can collect Social Security till they're 18? Is what he's hoping. But if the guy wants to die...
Well, then that would be suicide by police. If you person wants to
It
die,
varies by state.
what the
Appeals are.
But
Right.
there are there any federal appeals? Or there's none at all, it's just a state?
In some, okay, so here you go. The direct appeal is an automatic appeal given to everyone sentenced to death. The appeal is made to the state's highest court, in which someone can seek an appeal from conviction and death sentence. Okay, they would get it if they want it. Okay, in some states though, this appeal is mandatory, but others it's optional for the.
So it's not a federal thing.
It's a state by state thing. So, right.
And Wisconsin doesn't have one because we don't have the death penalty.
Right now, right.
Right now we don't have it, right? Because Republicans are...
For the record, there have been 18 executions in the United
Democrats
States this
don't
year.
Democrats
This
are
guy
all
would be
against it.
number 10
Yeah.
for the state of Texas.
Texas just put in a fast one.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
But why should... Because they started listening to his lawyer, and then when he said, no, I just want to go, he had the way I read it, he basically sent an appealing his appeal from his lawyer, saying, no, just put me down.
How many appeals does Texas have?
I have no idea.
Do they have a mandatory appeal?
They must if the lawyer was allowed
But
to go.
why should we allow somebody to do that? If
We
you
don't
sit
live in
there,
Texas, so we shouldn't.
in any state, why should they allow it? If say you were on death row here, even though we don't have it, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, I did it. I'm okay with it. I'm ready to move on.
Well, I agree with you 100%. It's just that each state should be able to legislate that how they want. I think.
And that's what they
But
do.
isn't that the
So maybe the
person's
people in
God-given
Texas to do what? To an
right?
appeal?
If he wants to die, my problem isn't the appeal process
Right.
of his appeal process. My problem is they allowed his lawyer to put an appeal in saying he shouldn't die, and he's going, "Oh no, veins right here, it's working," and his lawyer's saying no.
Right, but in that state, I'm imagining that it's mandatory that so his lawyer is doing it, and his lawyer is probably one of those guys who took his case for free because he is an anti-death penalty lawyer, and his coalition stands behind that, right? So he's going to go and grandstand all he can to get attention for his case to try to get rid of death penalty.
Well, there's
people
also the
from
possibility
doing
that his family is paying the lawyer, and his family paid the lawyer to go ahead with the appeal.
Right, but you should be able to choose your lawyer. I mean, the government will appoint one for you if you
Right.
can't. But I mean, right? So he should have been able to fire the guy. Who knows? I don't know enough about the case on why he didn't.
All right.
Well, I was
just so that
going to
you
say,
know.
as far as the lawyer, when this last guy that guy that killed those people in that church, when it came up time for him to plead, he wanted to plead guilty, and his lawyer and the judge wouldn't allow it, and they both pleaded not guilty for him. The lawyer had asked the judge if he put the plea in as
But
not
was there
guilty.
competency
I don't know.
there?
I don't know.
So maybe they didn't think he was competent
So
to
they
enter his own
maybe,
plea?
well, yeah, this is his first plea. I just know it's something that happened recently. I don't know.
I'm with you, though. If they want to go, then they should be let him. But
Just so that you guys know,
Even if he's got a mental defect and he says,
I wanna
plead
know, Ben.
guilty, they should let him plead guilty.
first of all, in order to be a death qualified jury in Texas, they have to unanimously decide there is a probability that the defendant would commit criminal acts of violence that would constitute a continuing threat to society.
He has, through the article I read, he did a lot of stupid shit. I would see him as a threat to society.
The imposition of a death penalty in Texas results in an automatic direct appeal to the
So
Texas
there you
Court of
go. That's
Criminal
how it
Appeals, the highest criminal tribunal, which examines the record for trial error. A person convicted of capital murder may also attack their convictions or sentence via writs of habeas corpus at both the state and
Takes so
federal levels.
long.
So this first automatic appeal is strictly a tribunal of judges who look over to make sure the trial was originally fair.
Right. Okay, and I understand that. We don't know if this is the first original appeal.
I don't know, that would be your responsibility
you
as a
don't-
person first. Did you yell at people?
My
that?
responsibility is
Baseball.
why do we allow people to do this? If the guy says,
I want to die.
let him die. If he's been convicted and says, you're right, I get the death penalty, I'm aware of it, I understand what I did, why do we allow other people? Because to me, if it's a mandatory appeal, then his lawyer did not put in the appeal. The state put in the appeal. So they must be past that. Because it said his lawyer put the appeal in. For him to not be, I don't know, is it still called euthanized? Yeah, euthanized by lethal injection.
Do they still use that? That's pretty barbaric.
Oh,
do,
don't even
actually.
get me fucking started on that trash.
It's expensive, too.
22 behind the ear. Cheap as shit.
Rope is reusable.
Yes, it is.
Just saying.
I'm with you. So is a guillotine.
Actually, that thing they use in the kill houses when they kill the cow.
Oh, yeah, that's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's reusable.
That's reusable.
It's just an air cartridge,
I'm just saying.
right?
Just a,
If it's
yeah,
an
and a
automatic
slug,
appeal.
or a bar.
Yeah.
That works like a slug. Yep, in and out.
If it's an automatic appeal, I get it. The fact that it said his lawyer put in the appeal tells me it's not an automatic appeal. And if the guy says, what are you doing? Let me die. Let him die. Don't drag out the court process. That's my feeling on it.
I'm with you. Anyone else?
I'm looking to see about his appeal.
Because I wasn't going to say anything, but I have another Texas goofy law thing for you that you'll like next.
This is where we pause for Ben.
Yeah.
Well,
Anybody
well,
got anything else?
I got
to
to
talk
piss.
about?
Okay, the lawyer's appealing on the grounds that it is not a capital offense that the guy committed.
What?
Are you filming or no?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not a capital offense that the guy committed, so it should not have been a death penalty eligible case in the first place, and that the guy has a history of mental illness he is competent to stand trial. The courts determine that. But the lawyers say he's suicidal and just trying to get his Social Security benefits for his kids instead of having to actually man up and support them.
Which he wouldn't be able to do anyway. So
the lawyer didn't say that. He said that in an interview. That
Right,
he
he
hoped
said
his
it in
kids
an
would
interview,
get.
but
But you said the lawyer said it, and the
Okay.
lawyer didn't say it.
You're right. Anyway, that's the deal. So, all right. How many fucks are we giving?
Let him die.
I could care less.
I'll give a shit because it's an interesting
So are they
story.
saving money because they're keeping him alive? Because
No.
if they kill him, then his kids get
It
Social
costs
Security?
about the same.
Okay.
They're going to get it anyway.
If it's 12 of one,
Yeah.
dozen of the other.
$400 million over 200 years. 100.
It's $400 million over 20 years, a new Bradley Center of the other. You know?
Okay. Yeah. I understand now.
I got another one. Can I go again?
Okay,
Oh, no,
you
let me
can-
go.
Hi.
Okay, so I got another Texas one. We don't have to vote on it. I thought it was funny. So a Texas judge has forced a guy to marry a girl. Okay? And the story is this young guy was charged with assault because his girlfriend, he assaulted his girlfriend's boyfriend. Something weird going on there, right? So the judge had enough of it. So basically he said, this is what you have to do. You either go to jail for 15 days or you have to marry her within 30. Your choice. So he ended up marrying her. They got married. And then his father is all upset now because the judge forced them to get married and he shouldn't have had a right to do that. I just thought it was funny in Texas that a judge could make somebody get married or send them to jail.
He didn't force him to get married.
No, he
just
could have
said-
went to jail for 15
That's right.
days for assault.
Well, here's the issue I have with it. Does the girl want to be married to the guy?
She's apparently she agreed to it.
So how does it get to be assault? Or was she underage?
No, she
he
her
beat up her
ex-boyfriend.
boyfriend or yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there, but yeah.
Well, hey, divorce.
15 days out of the slammer.
I'd take the 15
I'd
days.
take the 15 days, but that's just me.
He chose not to. I just thought it was an interesting thing to go with your weird Texas stuff.
The
so
vote
that's
is
all
which
I-
way would you go? The 15 days or the marriage? I'd go
Well,
with 15 days.
I'd go the 15 days because it depends on one. It depends on how long you've known the girl, honestly. Because I mean, especially if you haven't known her that fucking long,
No, they knew each other for a long time.
a long time.
Actually, if she's a babe and has lots of money, I'd go with the marriage.
If you've been friends for a long damn time, and then you've always kind of wondered, and she's hot, well,
He beat up her boyfriend?
I would still say, just out of moral reasons, I'm taking the 15 days, and we'll see what happens when I get out.
My thing on it is if the 15 days was a felony conviction on my record, I'd marry the girl. If it wasn't a felony conviction, I would have taken the 15 days.
You would think 15 days wouldn't be a felony.
It's an assault case, so it may be able to go either way depending on what level of
Misdemeanor,
assault.
Not assault.
Huh? Oh, you found it?
Or it was assault, but it was not a felony.
Okay, so yeah, then I probably would
Misdemeanor?
have went for the 15
So,
days.
is he cheating the guy out, or the girl out, from not getting a wedding of her dreams? Because
Oh yeah, she brought that up in a follow-up interview. Yeah, they didn't get the wedding that they probably would have wanted had they have decided to get married on their own in their own due time, because they were forced and rushed to get married within 30 days.
She says she felt rushed and forced.
She said they felt that the wedding was rushed, so they didn't get the wedding of their that they would have.
So if he'd been
they
a real
would've
man,
chose
he
to
would
get
have
married.
taken the
And
15
waited.
days, and then they could have waited on getting
Yeah.
married.
could have done that.
Selfish cocksucker.
Actually, the reason he didn't take the 15 days is the judge told them he said he would go to jail, but he asked for a phone call to call his employer and notify them why he wasn't going to be there, and the judge said no. And the guy said, if I don't show up to work for 15 days and not tell anybody, I'm going to get fired. And the judge...
Then is it federal prison? It doesn't matter if it's federal prison or county jail. There's phones in the cells. All you have to do is
Yeah, but if you're
state
gone
your
for-
name, and then when you pick up on the other line, it says, "This is blah 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 correctional facility. Do you accept a call from blah blah blah?" All he would have had to do, I'm sure his parents were there.
But if he worked for a company like I did, if you're gone for 15 days, they're going to fire you, and even if they rehire you, you got to start all over again.
Yeah.
And he's probably making $7.25 an hour.
This is what it says. Bundy asked if he could call his employer and let them know what was going on, but the judge
Bundy.
refused.
Even better.
The judge
What's his name,
refused letting
Ted?
him call?
Yep.
What the hell?
It's Texas, man.
I
Apparently
know.
stuff works
Yeah,
different.
why did
down
I
there.
even say what the hell?
I just thought it was
You get arrested
funny.
for not putting out your cigarette.
I didn't think you guys
Hopefully
would
the
catch
guy
it.
nuts the couple does it the way they want to do it later on. Hopefully.
And apparently, it's his 19-year-old girlfriend, and he has to write down Bible verses.
The ironic thing is they got married at the courthouse.
He punched a man in the jaw. He punched her former partner in the jaw, who did not need medical assistance, but pressed assault charges.
Of course.
Former
Right.
partner. So these two must have been together
So the
at the
girl
time.
is
Yeah.
19 years old and was living with this guy.
The judge said, "Is Jane worth fighting over?" Rogers then told Bundy he would either have to marry his girlfriend within 30 days as a condition of probation. According to the defendant, Rogers gave him the option to sit behind bars for 15 days. Bundy asked him to call his employer and let them know he was going to jail, but the judge refused. Bundy and his girlfriend, Elizabeth James, were forced to marry or risk Bundy losing his job. They applied for the marriage license and scheduled a date with the Justice of the Peace.
Oh, it doesn't say what job he has.
Right. But
So-
still,
Well, no, that might be huge, dude. That might be huge. Your job or my job, no offense, compared to Paulie's job,
Yeah, I'd definitely take the 15 days. Be a vacation.
or even our 3 jobs against Ben's job. You know what I'm saying?
wow.
yeah, that was,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he's only making
that's
minimum
brotherly
wage,
love
if he's only making minimum wage, is what I'm getting at.
Who cares, right? Get another minimum wage job.
But if you're actually making decent money, or doing something you absolutely love doing,
I just thought it was interesting that
it's a little fucked up that the judge made him.
It's weird, isn't it? So that I thought you would enjoy that story.
It's a little fucked up.
I didn't think that we would have talked about it this long, but I should have known better. Yeah.
All right, hit the button, Ben.
Hey, Patrick, what am I now?
Stupid?
No, I'm Texas.
What's the difference?